Good evening, ladies. Today I'm going to be creating a video that shows you exactly what we did last week, where we created lesson plans using the Google Sheets add-on Autocrat. We began by opening a new folder where we will put all of our Autocrat lessons. We then opened the folder, which is what I just did. Let me review that. Double click on the folder we just created. We could either go to New, Document here, or you could just right click in the folder and go to New Doc, same exact thing. Going to create and share. This is a folder that I have shared with the ladies from Ashar. We're going to title this our lesson plan template, or whatever you'd like to title it. Lesson plan template. We are now going to create our template. So we decided that, sorry, I'm just reviewing exactly what we did. We decided that we're going to have a table with, I believe it was 5 rows and 2 columns. So I'm going to go back to my lesson plan template, and I'm going to insert a table with 2 rows, 2 columns and 5 rows, exactly like this. Up here, I'm going to put lesson title. Here it is going to be learning target. Learning standards. Whoops. Resources and materials, procedure and assessment. Resources/materials. Procedure. And assessment. Good. So we're now just going to resize this. We could put in procedure the I do, we do, you do sections, following our explicit instruction model. And now we have created our template. You can format it now, you could format it later. It's best if you format it now just to make sure that you have everything the exact way that you want it. Later we will go in and put our words with carets, which will show us, Autocrat exactly where to fill in the material that we put into our Google form. So now our lesson plan template is complete for now. We're going to go back to our folder that we just created, which was our Autocrat lessons. We are now going to, again, right click and go to Google Forms. Or you can come up here to the new and click on Google Forms as well. It doesn't matter which way you go. So new Google Form, again, create and share. We are going to name this our lesson plan template, or lesson plan form maybe, so that we can keep everything organized. So if we click up here, it'll fill in exactly what you named it. So our first question is going to be our lesson title. And again, we're going to make that a short response, short answer question. We're going to add an additional question, which our next is going to be learning target. We have to make sure that we are spelling everything properly and putting it in the right order. Again, this is going to be a short answer. Let me just, if I can get rid of this. It's okay. Okay. After learning target, we're going to have resources/materials. You can, for this, I might do check boxes here, and I would have pen/pencil, for example. I might have worksheet. What else could we have here? Oops. not other, sorry. Maybe here a Chromebook might be something that you might need. A textbook. Whatever your basic, whoops, I did it again. Whatever your basic resources and materials tend to be would be a good thing to put in your drop down. Oh God, I keep doing it, I'm sorry. Sorry, what did I just say? Oh, textbook. Okay. So that this way, the reason why we're doing that is we could check it and it would have multiple. You could also have your add other column, and that's where you would then at that time fill in other options that you might have for specific lessons. All right. Our next, oh, did I skip standards? I did. All right, so I skipped learning standards. So we're going to come back to before resources and materials. We have learning standards. So if we click on learning target and then we add another one, it'll drop right underneath it. So here we would have learning standards. And here's where it's going to be time intensive for you to type in all your learning standards. For example, if you're an English teacher, you might spend some time on, oh God, what's the name of the teaching website? Sorry. The website where you get your standards and you would fill them in here. So for example, for me, I have national health standards. All right, so health education standards. I only have about 8 standards. Each one has something underneath it, but for the purpose of this, I am just going to, you see I'm highlighting it, and I'm just going to copy and paste. Whoops, go back to my form. I'm not going to do multiple choice because it might fit multiple standards for each lesson, so I'm going to do checkboxes in this case. So that was standard 1. And then I would do standard 2. For this video, I'm only going to do 2 of them, just for you to see how this works. Whoops. And when I'm copying them, I'm hitting Control-C to copy and Control-V to paste. Okay. Go back and just do it all the same way. Okay. Okay, I could always edit this later and add more, so that's not a problem. Okay, so we have our resources and materials all set up. Our next was procedure. Here's where our I do, we do, you do. So we're not going to write procedure in our form. We're just going to write I do and make it a short response, because this is where you're going to be filling in your procedure. We do, short response, short answer. And you do. Again, making sure everything's a short answer. And our final box is assessment. Again, short answer. Unless you have specific assessments that you do on a daily basis, maybe you do an exit ticket, or you have them fill in a Google form, in which case then you can make that checkboxes as well. Okay, so we are done with this. We're going to preview it, just make sure everything looks good. So here are my standard checkboxes. If one day my learning target will cover 2 standards, I would check both standards. Okay, our lesson title, lesson learning target, we're going to make sure everything's kind of spelled right, make sure our capitals are good here. Okay, so before we submit the form, we're going to close out of here. We're going to go back to our form where we're editing it. We're going to click on this response. And we are going to just turn on our spreadsheet, create new spreadsheet, lesson plan form responses, and we're going to create it. My time limit for recording is up, so I'm going to record a second video. What to do from here once this is created. Okay, so this is created. I'll create a second video right now.